We back. So, we had that quest to visit this house again. I can never remember her stinking name. What is your name? Her. Teresa. Teresa. So I decided to come back before we do our next quest. But we gotta sleep, because we tired as anything out here. It said before noon, so in order to make things a little easy, let's get a nice 8-hour sleep. She should be up by then. Last time we came here, which I believe I included, I'm not sure, maybe I didn't, she was sleeping for like 6 years. Yeah, look at this. Wake up. Put that torch away. Put the torch away. Wake up.
What? No, go away.
Okay, so it says I should stop by and see her. She's got a lot of work at the mill, though, and only has time before noon. Lady, what time do you... I didn't mean to do that. What time do you wake up? What did I make it? 9? I'll put it to 10. She better... I think she just woke up. That's insane. Alright. Get up. Is there food? Thank you. Now where is she? Oh, we should also wash up. Hello. Howdy,
So
Teresa.
what are we to do with you, Henry?
How have you been? I have something.
I've brought you something.
Jewelry. Oh yeah, I do have a ring. Nice.
Oh, Hal. Is this for me? This must have cost you a fortune.
I found it on a dead
But I
guy.
like it very much, thank you. You really mustn't bring me any more gifts like that, or you'll spoil me.
So, how have you been?
I can't stop thinking about Skalitz.
I know. It was hell. But life has to go on. Why not clear your head and try to forget about it? At least for now.
What do you mean?
I mean,
Feel like a walk?
Oh.
That's not a bad idea. And where would you care to go?
A stroll along the river. We're definitely not doing that. We're definitely not doing that. Yeah.
What if we took a stroll along the river?
Yeah,
Not?
yeah,
That
yeah.
sounds lovely. Shall we go?
Okay, Henry, let's go.
Let's go.
Nothing like a nice battle outfit. Whoa. A dandelion. Warning. I'm with you. I could pick flowers. Who knew? What about... Oh, I can pick this one too! Who knew you could pick flowers? Oh, sorry, I'm coming. We don't want to fail this quest. It says to keep up with her. She's faster than this. Look, she's gaining on me.
That was a good idea to go for a walk.
Yes, agreed.
Not that I don't like the mill, but you get tired of it. So I'm glad you took me out.
See, I thought there was a little something there in that beginning.
I'd love to see the markets in Prague one day. Have you ever been to Prague?
Can't say that
No,
I
I
have.
haven't. I have been in Kuttenberg, but Prague must be much bigger.
I've heard it's pretty smelly, though.
Yeah, so many people in one place. So many assholes.
That's disgusting.
This is kind of annoying. She's at like a speed that's
I'd
faster
love to
than
listen to that
one,
young
but
preacher,
slower than
Jan
another.
Hus. They say he preaches in the common tongue. Everyone's talking about it.
I bet he's just handsome. That's why the women dote on him.
You're a right one. A preacher doesn't need good looks for people to listen to him.
And what about that fine fellow at St. James? I know full well why all the girls have started going to confession, and you have too, so don't give me any of that.
You scoundrel. Well, all right. I admit I find him handsome. But that doesn't make me a bad Christian.
I'd never dare to suggest such a thing.
See, they got good... Oh,
Let's not dawdle.
they got a nice little chemistry.
Last one is a slimy slug.
Well, we're gonna let her win. Oh, whoa, she going fast. If she gets attacked, or we get attacked, that'd be a bit of a problem. I'm not really good at defending. I've only managed to, like, really win one battle. We've killed a few people, but I mean, I can't really count all of them. Only one guy with armor. And I don't know how you're supposed to race somebody when you don't know where we're going. So clearly she's gonna win. Where are we racing to? I don't really want to be a slug, but I guess if that means we get a little progression here. I'm actually gonna lose this because I'm running out of stamina.
That was fun.
Twas.
Sit down here next to me, Hal.
I don't know how to sit. No. How sweet.
And what about you? I heard you're helping Sir Radzig.
Sir Radzig has me running a few errands. I have to say, he always treats me well, and I make a wage.
Since
so
when?
You had your turn of luck. What's it like serving nobility?
I don't have a wage. The lap of luxury. It's work like any other. Yeah, work like any other.
I don't know. I suppose it's a job like any other.
I don't believe a word of it. If you ask me, you're loving every minute and you don't want to make me envious.
We failed. Get in there.
Now then.
Wow.
Oh, Henry, what am I going to do with you? Wandering the land, turning innocent girls' heads?
Oh. The only one here whose head is on. Yeah,
What?
yeah.
I hope your knees didn't buckle too.
Don't
How does
fool
that fail?
yourself, my lad. You're not that much of a catch.
Oh.
But now I have to go.
Can I go with you?
I don't want to give anyone an
Yikes.
excuse to gossip. Maybe another time.
Yikes. That didn't go according to plan. I'm on to you. Alright, well, there was that quest. Interesting sight. Oh yeah, I remember we were here before. I don't know what this is. I want to go look at this real quick. Then we gotta find that limp guy. Is this the interesting sight? It is. It's like, what do you do about that? Is it just a, hey, it's interesting, or is it like there's something to do here? Because I don't see anything here to be interesting. But who knew you could gather flowers? What do you do with them? I mean, this you could make tea with, but I don't know if that's like a thing. You could also save them for her, though. Yeah, now we're thinking. Ooh, get these nice ones. Marigolds. What's this other one? I guess that's not one. The purple ones. Thistle. Nice 2D flowers. Ooh, new herbalism. What are those? Those cows? Oh, I gotta go see the cows.
Jesus. It's not as shallow as it looks.
You can't swim in this game. Alright then. Find out where the limping bandit lives. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna figure that out. Guess I'm just gonna have to interrogate everybody we see. You there. You know anything about a bandit who limps? Do you limp?
Mother of God,
Yes.
what are you doing here?
I'm here to talk to you.
My respects to you.
And to you. Local groom. What does that
I'm
mean?
looking for the local groom. Where can I find him?
Where do you think? In the stables, of course. Farewell.
No, I'm not done with you.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
Aye, there is one fellow with a limp. Can't imagine what you'd want with the likes of him. Well, that's your affair. He lives in a cottage on the edge of the village by the road to Neuhof.
Thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
That made things easy. Alright, Bubbles. We're visiting this man. Bubbles is just way cooler of a name. I'm sorry. Pebbles just doesn't hit. Doesn't hit the same. But there's also... it's this way. Never mind. There's a green sea shield on the compass. Oh. What's going on here? Limpy. Oh, hopefully he's an old man. I could take an old man.
Move along, citizens. Move along.
I'm guessing he's dead.
There's nothing to see here.
I mean, there's plenty to
That's
see.
what you call nothing to see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
Hmm.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
Well, we
One
tracked
of
the
folk
guy,
at the stud
basically.
farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
Why are they
Not
changing the
bandits or
pronunciation?
murderers around here.
Now
Really?
it sounds like they're saying
They
Auschwitz.
say you had a limp?
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
Would he get eaten by, like, wolves? Oh. Well, that's a bit worse than I was expecting. I thought he was just gonna be, like, torn apart.
Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't
It is
know.
windy outside.
But look and ask all you like.
Can I go back inside and investigate? There might be clues in there. I don't really want to see that guy, but you know, like I said, clues. Who was he?
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
Yeah, why did he
How come he
limp?
limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Do you know
Has
anything
he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
What is Kith? Is that friends? Where was he?
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now. And nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
I mean, he could have already been dead.
Another thing about Lubosh.
Was there anything else to say? No. That's it. Can I go back in here? There could be clues. We don't need any more witnesses. Take a look around before we look at the actual body. He's got food. Everyone seems to have food these days. Except for me. Yes, I see. Oh, we could rob him. We've already tried robbing and it's never gone in our favor, so let's not do it. Yeah, we're not doing it. Bad idea, bad idea. So what's going on here?
What's this? Looks like someone's hit him very hard on the head. Could they have bludgeoned him to death and then gutted him? That would
Read.
explain why he didn't scream.
Oh, read.
An inscription in blood.
I don't
Pity I
speak
don't know
that.
how to read. Looks like they wanted to give someone a warning.
True, he doesn't know how to read, yeah.
And a bandit who knows how to write isn't something you see every day.
Z-R-A-Y-U? No. Z-R-A-Y-C-E. No idea. Head. Torso.
Lord above, they did a hell of a job on him. Must have been agony. No one heard anything.
Because he was probably already dead. Why does no one think that? Edit on him? Torso, head, read. Torso, head, read. Yep, that's it. Alright, well that's everything in there, I guess. Nice job clearing them all out.
Hey!
What?
My respects to you.
You don't have anything else to say, so what are you haying me? Hay is for horses, I'm not a horse. Okay. I feel like I should be communing with some of those people, but they all left. Is that all poop?
He had it in Prague. It was delicious. All right. Jesus Christ. Your clothes. Were you assaulted? Damn bandits. May they burn in
Says
hell.
the lady with literal dirt all over her.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Ask away.
Okay, question number 1. Who was this Lubosh?
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
He was a drunkard and a beast. And lazy too. Idle hands are the devil's tools.
Okay, have you noticed any
Have you noticed
suspicious
anything
things?
suspicious recently?
The only thing seemed suspicious was how a rogue like him suddenly started going to church. Now I see why, of course.
Talk to the priest. Was he doing anything the
Do
day
you
of
know
the
what
raid?
Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
What do I care about that scoundrel? I was glad he stayed out of my way.
Because you should always keep eyes on them. Who did he meet
Do you
with?
know who Lubosh used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
He was always a loner, except lately he started talking to the parish priest of all people.
Yes. We are going to
That's
visit
all.
that priest. Never trust them.
Goodbye.
You never know what they could be up to. If I was a priest, where would I be? Is that a cross? Is there a... A? There we go. Just like you never trust the village gossip either, so maybe this priest is fine. Fast travel point. A tavern. Ah, this is definitely the church. Lodgings. Ah, okay. And a bakery. Gods be praised. The heck are you doing? This is the priest. Watch where you're swinging that thing. Can I ask you a few questions? Do you know how to wield a sword? Ah.
I see you know how to wield a sword, Father. I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
With a stick. I practiced with a stick. A reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father.
Just poked him in the eye with my bow.
I'm here in the name of Sir Hanish of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir
I like how we're
Hanish is
just a
employing children as
cop now.
investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I
Boy.
hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything
Did you notice
suspicious?
anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
No, not
I'm
at all.
sorry to hear that.
Okay. What was Lubosh doing the
Do you
day
know
of
what
the
Lubosh was
raid?
doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
Excuse me?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son. And one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
So wouldn't that mean he was in confession?
Father, surely you can't be serious.
Unless he
There
confessed
must be
after the
situations in
fact.
which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances. And this is one of them.
Oh, I'm at a +3 with that. That's the highest thing I got.
But Lubosh is dead. You can't hurt him, But if you don't tell me, more innocent people may die.
True.
If I told you,
Bro.
I would be betraying a vow that's a cornerstone of the Holy Church. If people believed the sanctity of the confessional couldn't be trusted, the consequences would be even worse than that.
Worse than the death of innocent Christians? Worse than the murderer escaping punishment?
No one escapes punishment.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the
Okay, well, you can at
confessional.
least put me in the right direction.
I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening. In the tavern. Over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
Good luck to you.
Meet him in the evening. Okay. Anyone else maybe worth talking to?
Garlic! Delicious juicy cabbage!
Hello.
The freshest you... Good day to you.
I might have some things to sell, actually. What
I've
could
come
you
in the
tell
name
me?
of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know nothing about it, but ask all you want.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
I didn't really know him. He kept to himself, even in the tavern.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Come to think of it, he was in church yesterday. He was even talking to the priest and went to confession. I was wondering what he was up to take to the faith all of a sudden. But I suppose no sin's too dark for God's mercy.
What was he
Do you
doing
know what
on
Lubosh
the
was
night?
doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder.
Do you know
gonna say
anyone
the
Lubosh
priest.
used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in the tavern next to us sometimes, but
Guess not.
he never said much.
I feel like the tavern's a good place to look.
That's all. Thank you.
Let's trade. I can sell some things, probably. Why can't I sell that? Oh, because it's all trash. It is worth something, though, so might as well. I mean, like, it's all... This is the quality, right? Yeah, it's all rotten. Take a ton of weight off of me as well. He's not gonna want any of that. Check the basket. Close the deal. Thanks. Where's the bar? Is this the bar? Move. 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 Barmaid.
Jesus Christ. Your clothes. Were you assaulted?
Yes.
Damn bandits, may they burn in hell.
Yes, yes. So you can...
I've come in the
you
name
tell
of
me
Sir
anything?
Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know how I can help you, but ask if you must.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
You could see at first glance he was no good. I kept well out of his way.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time. And then yesterday, he turned up at the church and even talked to the parish priest. I never saw him do that before. Probably had a bad conscience.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home. I didn't see him all day.
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
As far as I know, he had nobody at all in this world.
Alright, I think that's enough people.
That's all. Thank you.
I was hoping that maybe the bar would
Take care.
give me a little more, but it did not. Who are you?
Good day to you.
Why do you have a star on you? What's happening around you? I don't really care about that. Is there anything we can do in the vicinity, there's this. That's the horse. Speaking of, let's go, Bubbles.
Yeah.
We need to go pick up this roan. I like the aesthetic of like all the villages. They look cool. It feels. I'm gonna say real, even though obviously I don't know, but it just feels more realistic.
Yeah.
Jump over this. Fine. Go around. Howdy. I'm looking for... Oh, that's a nice one. I wonder if you get another horse, do you just replace this one and you just give it the same name? Not sure. Maybe you can't even get another one. I know you can steal one, but it might not be where you actually keep it. I like the white ones. Excuse me, sir. Sir. Sir.
My respects to you.
Yes.
I'm looking for the local groom.
That's him.
Well, you found him. What can I do for you?
The Lady Stephanie of Talmberg sent me. She said you have a roan ready for her.
Am I gonna have to ride it back?
Well, Chamberlain Dietrich said someone would come. We have him here, but if he's ready, I can't say. That miserable horse will let you saddle him and walk him around the courtyard, but as soon as someone sits on him, he goes completely wild.
What do I do about
That horse
that?
is supposed to be presented at a noble woman's wedding. It probably won't be appropriate if he makes a spectacle of his rider. Is there anything I can do?
Try asking Vashek. For some reason, that devil horse listens to him. Then take the horse with you. Dietrich's arranged everything.
I don't really want to go all the way over there again. The whole point was to just say, hey, horse ready. I didn't really want to have to do this.
I heard you have a way with the horse
He's also
that
can
unsaddles
train.
everyone else.
Yes. I suppose I do.
So why don't we get
How do
him
you
to
do it?
ride it?
How do you calm him down?
I'm good to him.
That's it.
Listen, Vashek. I've been entrusted by the Lady of Talmberg. I need you to help me understand how to calm down that roan.
Lady Stephanie?
Yes.
Then you know her.
She's a good person. She even talked to me once.
I know her too, and she was nice to me as well. Will you help me with the roan?
You have to sing him his favorite song.
And which one would that be?
2 horses come roaming in the merry month of May to graze in the shade of the apple
Are you kidding me
tree
right now?
there. The first one is brown and the second is grey. Which shall I ride to my maiden so fair?
That's,
Didn't even rhyme.
I know how it looks, but he likes it.
If I had to
Thank you,
memorize that, we're
Vashek.
gonna be cooked. This thing's gonna end up killing me.
I'd like you to show me how to ride a horse better.
Certainly.
Certainly. Beginner.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you.
I could do that.
Now pay close attention.
Good luck.
Improved horsemanship. Alright. Which one is it? Pegasus. Which one is it? Is it going to just be named Roan? Horse. Okay, am I dumb? No. Yes. Answer to that is yes. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. Tell me you can't jump this fence. Thank you. Come along, Bubbles. Ah, very nice. I must sing to you. Wow, just a straight up upgrade. And yes, that was intentional that time.
to sing.
What time is
The
it?
first horse I've ever serenaded. Two horses come.
What time do we need to do this? In the evening. Technically, this is evening.
Tree there. First one is brown.
Why is it like crackly?
Second is gray. Which shall I ride to my maiden so fair?
Why is his voice so messed up?
You're gonna throw me off?
It's like all bad quality. Maybe we can do this first. I don't know, this might be a bad idea. How far do we gotta go for this? That's not too bad. That's not bad at all. We could just do that real quick and then we can fast travel back.
Aha! The roan for Lady Stephanie.
You're welcome. Alright, get me out of here now. Zoom out. All the way over here. Fast travel. Let's hope we don't get attacked along the way. Perfect. And it's not too late. Even better. Priest. Ah, attorney. Hello, priest. Who are you? What? That's not very Christian of you.
The blessings of our Lord be...
And with you, lad. Take a seat.
You're not allowed to do that.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything.
Just
But maybe we can work something out. But first, I'd
disappeared.
like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
Well, you see, I'm from Skalitz.
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
They're dead.
I think we gotta be honest with him.
Well, I'm
He's a
sorry to
priest
hear
after
that.
all.
Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
Yes, quite.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovner. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but
Satisfied?
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest.
Yes,
And
yes.
How did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
He did send him, do you think? Yeah.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujitz, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Noyal? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
Well, you see, this time they were not exaggerating.
Rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
Yeah, where's
I
my
told you
drink?
all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force. These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
But they shouldn't be doing these things at all.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't
Isn't it
stop
more
them.
of an issue
up,
that they
lad.
think they can
I
get
might have a
forgiven?
solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits is in Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. A tongue lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
One ale.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague.
Yeah, that
in the
guy's
Czech
been
language,
mentioned a few times now.
and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison. And nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too?
Why
With
is he
such
like
money
young?
gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor,
Is he drunk?
for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't
So
doubt
he
it.
was impersonating
Let's
him,
drink to that.
I guess.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them
He's
in
got a
poverty,
weird
and suffering,
voice
and everything
for
that troubles
this
them. I
area.
drink with them.
He's
and
too
curse
American.
Those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
One ale, please.
You wanna... Okay.
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticizes the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
Okay.
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure
Ale
he'd
for
stop
me.
condemning drinking and lying with women.
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say
Teresa
aloud
was mentioning him.
things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up, and the church will be shaken to its very foundation.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Bless them.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe.
Yeah, I mean, they could.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. It's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
Okay.
That sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
They said for me to gain his trust. Now that lady's back all of a sudden.
Na kraj padnął dziesnej smutek, do dnie i rano utek, niech już małżeński majstrat, do wczera żylne staje brak, už sejmoj svatý muži, nechtěl bych bejbě i kůži, nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno a požadem si huby jako poslední den. Půjdu se vámi a do rána slávy a tak vypal sudy a posaď se mi sem, tak posaď se sem a vypal je ven.
Nothing like arm wrestling a priest. Oh, and we win? Hopefully I got some money out of that. Or we are gonna be wasted. We already are. Oh, God.
Enough of this!
Oh.
Bailiff! Come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
Don't you be touching me.
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Oh, God. Are we actually backing him up? Ah, yes, we are.
You'll get what.
You want to fight? Come and get it. You're gonna cry.
Get beat up. Get beat up. Get beat up.
Hey, God!
Don't let him get anything. Get beat up. Jab. Where you running? Where you running? Where you running? Jab. Jab, 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 jab. I got one! Oh, God, I don't know what's happening. Who's who? Who's who? Oh, God. Get punched. Oh. Jab, 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 jab. He's twisted my arm. Jab. Nope. Why are you beating me up? Who are you? Did I beat that other guy? I think he's behind me. Oh. Well, we at least beat somebody up. Where are we? What?
I'd love to. And Henry, too, I'm sure. Right, Henry?
Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care?
I'll do it.
What do they do to me?
Ring the bell.
Here we are. Look at this beauty.
We can't do this, can we?
Who said
Watch.
it? Get ringing, wench.
This is wonderful.
Ugh.
Ah, bloody oath. And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Does he mean literally? He does.
Godwin, you old goat.
Come here. Oh.
I feel like that's not allowed.
The priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
What will Teresa think? She did reject us, though. Well, that was an event. Oh, God, waking up with a sheep. Sheep! Sheep, come back! I wanna befriend you. What?
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
Agreed, your priestliness. Oh god. I don't understand why they changed the graphics for cutscenes. Sometimes it's so bad and they look like mud people, and other times it's a lot better. How are we back inside?
Godwin, you beast! Get up! Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards!
Oh, fucking hell. Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you?
What?
Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time.
Why is that?
There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. My guts. Oh, my poor suffering stomach. Oh, what was that woman on about?
Not entirely sure.
Before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I?
What the fuck was it?
Oh my god.
Mass! Oh shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
I'm not a priest.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me. I'd
Well,
like to
maybe you
help.
should have thought of that.
You can. You can do the sermon for me.
What?
So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated.
Mm-hmm.
Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night.
Mm-hmm.
And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look. From what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the
Maybe a
bailiff or
little.
someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
But everyone said he doesn't have any. So that's a bit of a interesting situation. You've reached a new level in drinking. Yeah, what about the
So all at
confessional
once,
seal?
The confessional seal isn't so sacred?
Don't mock me. I won't give you a second chance.
Yeah, I'm not guaranteeing anything here.
Well, all right. But I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubosh.
Christ almighty. Fine then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
This is not gonna go well. How's it going? I said, how's it going? How's it? Wow. Rejected. She said there was food and water. But you know what? Let's drink one of these bad boys. Did that... Yes. Try and get rid of that hangover a bit. Isn't that supposed to help? It doesn't look like it's helping. Is that not what it does? Cancels effects and dispel hangover effects within a minute. Your priestliness? I don't think this is gonna go well.
never show up. The swill pole.
Look at him. He can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait. Look at him. Mother of God, any minute now he'll throw up.
So I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabiles a manus suas. Hoc facite in meam commemorationem.
I don't think he needs wine right now. Hey.
Brothers and sisters, you may have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz.
That's me.
Who's here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where, by the grace of God, was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead.
So I forget
tell
now,
us
was he
what he
for, like,
because,
bad stuff?
as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So Henry, you may begin.
This isn't gonna go well. This is gonna go horribly wrong. No, I drank something beforehand. We're good. Well, start a length. Oh, God. Modest.
Brothers and sisters in Christ, I would like to talk to you about our Holy Mother Church and what iniquities it's declining into.
That whelp wants to preach about the church.
Yeah.
Creation has given to every man the power by which he might rule the whole world. But that power does not give him the right to rule. That right belongs to God alone.
Was that not right? Wordily.
It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, enemies, injustice,
I don't think this is going
hunger
well.
and chaos, failed harvests, fires, floods, and other catastrophes. And it is all due to the corrupt servants of God who do not practice what they preach. They think sins can be washed away by money, and they sell indulgences, and that's bad.
It is, yeah.
Because sins cannot be redeemed with silver.
Prague didn't do much for his confidence.
Yeah, they like
And
this
what
one.
sins? They live with harlots and keep concubines, even though only marital intercourse for the purpose of procreation is pure. If someone takes a woman or man only to satisfy their own lust, who seduces them to do so but Satan? And how much darker the sin if that man is a servant of the church? Who can turn his face to God, who fornicates and then puts on priestly robes?
Nothing we don't know about already.
Shut up, lady. Harsh, yeah, let's get harsh.
Enough about sin, which the prelates are so fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you only pay enough coin to Mother Church. What if the devil himself were to pay? Will the bishops tell us he too would ascend to heaven? And what about those
yeah,
bishops?
that's what he said before.
They sin without remorse, and with the money grasped from the poor for indulgences, they keep fine horses and hordes of servants to pamper them. They play dice and garb their mistresses in expensive furs, while Christ, the Lamb of God, walked barefoot and had nowhere to lay his head. Look to
That's
your
true,
consciences,
he was
you
doing
robbers
it,
of
he
the
was
poor,
very
for you are
loud.
seen by God and his people too.
We should have done harsh for everything.
Away with them!
We're fortunate to have our good father Godwin. At least he's a fair and simple man.
Yeah.
God sees what is happening on earth, and he is filled with righteous wrath that those who should seek the salvation of souls instead seek mammon and the idle comfort of lucrative posts. Blessed are the shepherds who share the poverty of their flock, who are as one with you and bear with you the burden of this earthly pilgrimage, who do not condemn your venial sins.
Aye, all honour to Godwin. Let him drink like one of us.
That is all I heard in Prague. Amen.
Can I get an amen? I mean, that was 2 fails and 1 positive.
Have you no shame, you pair of buffoons? I'll be writing to the bishop of this. For shame.
Utterly blasphemous. Can you believe such behaviour? For men of the cloth to get
They were happy 2 seconds ago. I mean, I tried.
So, is our deal still on?
Are you pulling my fucking pizzle? I couldn't have done worse myself if I'd puked on the altar.
Well, I'm no preacher.
Yeah, I noticed. And I wasn't the only one.
You can't be serious. After all that?
All what? All you making a complete hash of my sermon? You were supposed to
I-
help, not get me into even more trouble.
I
Now I'll have
ended
the
on a
bishop
good
on
note.
my back and all the villagers. Just leave. I need to pull myself together.
And what am I supposed to do?
Find someone else to help you.
Bruh. After all that.
I wonder what Teresa's doing now. I could stop by and see her again. I enjoyed it last time.
True. But we don't have any... So I'm back where I started. Maybe the bailiff. Well, we could do that, or we could go way on down here real quick. This might not work. It's kind of a far fast travel. That's also another interesting concept of fast traveling. How it like actually shows you and you can be stopped. Like there's like an aspect to it. We're also kind of tired now. It was supposed to be before noon. It is not before noon. Where are we? Now, more than likely she won't be able to step away at the moment. Teresa.
Well, you're a sight for sore eyes.
What does that mean? Do you want to go see... Yeah.
I've brought you something.
Some flowers. Oh. I mean, sure.
Hey, lad. Don't you want a little
How?
wager on the racket?
Is this for me? This must have cost you a fortune.
It did.
But I like it very much.
I
Thank
found it on
you.
another dead
You
body.
really mustn't bring me any more gifts like that, or you'll spoil me.
Don't you want to do something together again?
I can't now. Come back in the evening, will you?
Evening, at least. That's more doable. So this is, what, evening's probably like 1900? By then we're going to be tired. Where is she? It's evening.
How about now? Fancy a walk to the town?
That sounds wonderful.
Let's go!
Everyone says the Broken Wheel Tavern is the fun place to be in the evening. I want you to take me there.
Have you ever been to a tavern?
Me and my father used to stop at the tavern in the glade when he was taking the flour into town, but he never wanted to take me inside. What do you think, Hal? Shall we go?
And just where might that be? What do you mean? The tavern?
Well, I don't see why not. But you'll have to try some ale while you're there.
I will. I promise.
Let's be going then.
What was the purpose of that first option? Okay, let's be going then. Ma'am? Let's go. Where exactly is this, place? Am I following you or are you following me?
Go to taverns a lot, do you?
Sometimes. If I want a proper meal, I have to.
Why is it
Wouldn't
so
want to eat the stuff I cook.
bad
That's
when
true.
he's talking?
I haven't forgotten that bet you made back in Skalitz that time.
Don't talk about those oat cakes. Fritz's belly heaves at the very mention, even now.
And
It's
that's
like
where
trying
you
to
go
figure out
woo
where his
wenches,
voice is coming
it?
from.
Yeah, naturally. The taverns and baths are where the best ones gather.
You lout.
No need to take it the wrong way.
I'm not taking it
Was all
anyway
this
at all.
here before?
It's alright.
I don't remember ever seeing all that, and I don't remember ever seeing all this. Well, this is probably the tourney.
I prefer a different sort.
What sort might that be?
Full mouth and green eyes.
You're such a...
Come on then.
Does she have green eyes?
So, here we are.
Let's not screw this up.
Should we order something?
Yes, definitely.
And we have money. Good,
Service?
good, good.
Ah, a pair of lovebirds.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to order?
Ale. I didn't order that.
Is it alright?
It's excellent.
This ale, there's no better in the province.
You know what?
What?
Oh, God.
What are you doing? Oh, no.
Oh,
but really?
Yes. Oh, come on, be brave.
No, I've never...
Hand on my hip.
I don't even know how.
And off we go.
But really, I don't know how.
You're doing just fine.
Alright.
They're flying!
Oh, it's
All right.
fine. Alright. Oh, very nice. Not so bad.
We've partied a lot.
You wore me out.
And you said you couldn't dance.
How about
Whoa,
a dance
whoa,
with a real
whoa.
man?
How about you leave me alone and bother someone else?
Punch him in the head, punch him in the
come
head,
on.
punch him in the head.
It's a crime to waste a body like that on a scrawny boy like him. You got tits like a cow and calf. That's it. I like a woman to fight before I fuck her.
Stab his eyes out.
You'll pay for that, boy.
Oh, God, another fight. Bring it on, bucko. What is she doing in the background?
You're dead.
Right in the face. Oh, you think you're something special, huh? Boom! Right in the face. Right. Yeah, I'll show. Ow! I'll show you what for. Right in the. Oh God! Oh God! Right in the face. Oh yeah, have that. Right in the face.
Well done.
Where you going? Where you going? It's only letting me do uppers. Ow. That was a quick one.
The filthy swine.
Back up. I tried. Back up, back up. How do you counter that? Just getting too close to him.
Kurwa!
I don't speak Polish. Back up. How do you dodge that? Oh. Didn't expect that to connect. He's almost gone. Almost gone. Knee him. Kick him. Kick him in the knee. Oh God, oh God. How is he not dead? Bro, he's got literally no health. Swing. You're the swine. Okay, there wasn't even a green shield. Yes. We even got beat up
My
for you.
hero. Does it hurt?
Yes, terribly.
You should worry about the other fella. I'm fine. Ow!
Of course you are. That's why you wince every time I touch you.
That's not the only reason.
You saw him off, though. He wasn't feeling so playful after you'd finished with him.
That tickles.
Baby.
How sweet. Beautiful. Simply beautiful. Oh.
You'll probably be fine. But try to give your hands some rest. Don't go lifting anything too heavy.
Thank you. Can I take you home?
You never give up. Are you sure you don't need a bit more rest? I can find my own way home.
I'll manage those few extra steps.
Come on then, hero.
Oh, let's go. How sweet.
I'll give you this. Nights out with you might be painful, but they're never boring.
I do my best.
You should go in before Peshek starts fretting.
But there's something you should do first. There we go. That boy Henry.
Oh.
I think now would be a bad time to mention about the barmaid. Nice. Alright. I just wanted to get through that before we stopped. And luckily, there's a bed here that we can use. So, unfortunately we failed with the priest. But we'll have to go back there. It said to talk to the bailiff. All the way up here. We'll have to talk to the bailiff, see what the deal is. We gotta figure out what Limpy's up to. Well, was up to. He's dead. But that's for another time. For now,
Hey, lad, don't you want a little wager on the rat-aid tourney?
No.